What's up, everybody? This is your boy Tech Supreme. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I am a very simple man. I play video games a lot, been playing video games nearly my whole life, and I wanted to do a quick little breakdown of a gameplay that I had today. We got the dub with the Wattson, but the thing is, this is for anyone who wants to be a great Apex Legends player, but may not necessarily be super competitive, super amazing, like maybe you don't have the greatest shot, and you just kind of want to, learn how to play the game. And this video will definitely help you. I consider myself an average player. And I got a bunch of wins. I usually win every session at least. Sometimes, you may not, but I fancy myself a decent player. So this game wasn't a ton of damage. We kind of dropped down to an empty land. We did make a teammate made a mistake by landing exactly where I landed, which is totally not really what you should do unless it's going to be a real sweaty drop. Unless you see a whole bunch of other teams going, you don't want to land in the same building. That's kind of a unwritten rule. So if you notice, I just jumped out of the building. I grabbed something, jumped out of the building, and looted my own route. And I kind of know that no one else jumped this area, so I'm going to do something that a lot of people probably would frown upon, but I feel like if you're good enough, you can be confident enough to kind of go out on your own. So I'm just going to go check out this spot and see if I can get some loot. We definitely ran through that area as a team pretty hard, so I just want to kind of spread out a little bit so we're not just hitting the same area. And then lo and behold, found a blue shield, which is awesome. Because I had a white shield before, and I was actually the last one to get a shield. Just gonna loot. I'm not gonna get too greedy because, if I get caught out, I'm just gonna ruin our chances of a win if I get caught out, by a team. And most people aren't great enough to just kill 3 people. I mean, I've done it quite a few times, but most of the time, if you're going against a good squad, they're gonna get you. All 3 were gonna just shoot down on you. So I wanted to get back with the team. I knew that he was rotating there because obviously he wanted to do the same thing I was doing, kind of spread out a little bit. So this part kind of confused me. He pings a level 2. It said level 2. He pinged a level 2. No one picked a level 2 up. This other guy pinged a level 3. If you saw it, and then no one picks that up yet. Loba's headed over there now, so I assume they're gonna pick up one of those. This is, what you don't want to do. You don't want to be so, cocky that you're just going to pass up shields. And I kind of felt like the Lifeline did that on this one. Because you see the Loba picked up the purple shields. And, I'm looking at the ring. I'm always concerned about where the ring's going to go, where we're going to rotate to. For me, that's kind of mostly the game is kind of placements and, knowing what's what. So they noticed that Lifeline pinged the purple and the blue and didn't pick up either. So I thought that was super odd. So yeah, I already have a level 1 sight, but that's the one I prefer. So when I noticed that, I switched it out. I prefer the red dot. And you gotta get comfortable with whatever with what you're comfortable with, and try to pick that up. For that, it's easier for me to see. Alright, so now we're rotating into the zone. I'm trying to peek certain towns when I rotate. Always trying to kind of keep my head on a swivel. I did see that these bins down below were hit. So I always want to let my teammates know that, hey, there's someone who has been here for sure. I hear the zip line going, so I check it. Oh, the teammates... The Lifeline actually pinged the zip line for me because I was not looking in that direction, which is something that you want to do because you look back and then your team is already somewhere else, and if you're not paying attention, and you don't want that. All right, approaching town. Doesn't look like it's been looted, so we're gonna hang out here, wait for that. I'm always gonna check behind us, making sure that no one's following us. Purple. And if you notice Lifeline, one thing you want to do is constantly check out the status of your teammates, whether it's looking for health, you know, I'm already concerned on what the teammate has. So we see that she's discoed, but I do know that they've made an update so you can get back in the game. I've had games where recently this week where a friend of mine was completely out the game, had to kill the game twice, and still got back in. So it's pretty incredible. So at this point I'm annoyed that they don't have a shield. So I'm just gonna like, let's just spam and see if we can get them a shield. Like see if they'll get the hint. And so then I think, okay, maybe they just want the evil shield, which is fine. But then there's another purple up there, so hopefully they pick that up. And I believe they do. Alright, so our teammate, our Loba, where everyone's looting, minding their business. I assume that ping for enemy was just, you know, a mistake. Alright, everyone's looting. I need that backpack. She goes up. Loba goes up. And then as soon as he pings the enemy, shots start firing. So I drop a watch it in case they want to jump down, make this a little more difficult for them. Don't know where they are exactly. I know my teammate dropped back down. Lifeline, ping that area. That's a good rotation. I'm getting shot at, so I'm keeping my moves sporadic. Turn around once I got a little cover. Take a couple shots. And then our Loba's is headstrong going up there, which is not, you know, not the great, but she got one down. I got bamboozled. Alright, so they took care of that. I didn't have to get that much involved. But I feel like I'm still taking the shots, because I'm doing the math on their bodies. Not enough. They're looting business as normal. I know someone's up there. I want to let them know that someone's up there. Zone is coming in. I got pretty good loot. You know, that I could loot, but I don't want to get caught off guard. So go up here and try to investigate. Don't hear anything. Don't see anything. And here I hear teammate looting up. I'm not sure my sounds what I'm hearing. Definitely heard footsteps right there. So I go back up to investigate. Hear footsteps. There they go right there. Take a shot. It's 2-on-1. And there's another team right there. So I slide all the way down. I'm thinking automatically, I'm outgunned. Oh man, let's get out of there. So we're all down there. We all decide, okay, 2 teams. Maybe it's time to rotate. Loba is very aggressive, and I like that. If it makes sense. So I was like, alright, well, you're going to push, I'm going to push. And I noticed they're retreating back. Missed all my shots. That sucked. But then, you know, let's rotate out. Let's get out of there. Alright, got a ping there, so we're going to investigate that. And one of the major keys in this game is cover. Not exposing yourself, not being too, you know, too over aggressive, and then just leaving yourself out. So now this team in a really good position, right? High ground over most of the map. So I know that team rotated from that area. So I want to check out this care package because you have to, right? These pills have been hit those up, get the care package. You never know what you're finding that will change the dynamic of the game. That's a better scope for me for the G7, so I'll pick that up. I do miss the days that G7 was a sniper, but it is what it is. And I'm thinking, alright, we gotta watch behind us, and you can see Loba, how she's standing right there. She's waiting for someone else to come down that way, which is smart. But that team, who had the high ground, was shooting our team on the left. So I can only assume that the last team that was behind us somehow killed themselves. And this is when I thought about, do you want the Kreba? scares me. And I didn't want the Kraber because I had a G7 Scout with most of my ammo. And the Kraber is kind of unforgiving if you miss. And, you know, I'm going to hit a few amazing shots with it. I'm not scared of sniping. I snipe in most video games I play. But I just didn't feel like it this game. You only get what you need in this situation, right? So this was interesting because that means they had rotated a bit. So I see the Loba go out. If you're in the chat, you always call out purple. And then you're cracking the doorway. I'm just going to shoot up the doorway. That's on you, right? So in this case, we don't get any surprises. I throw that out. Make sure we're not getting naded. They're still down there. So then this other team, I'm fearing, is going to come and sandwich. There's 3 teams total left. 2 left. 2 enemy teams left. I don't want to become the middle of a sandwich. And I like this rotation. At first, I was a little worried because of the time on the clock, but then I realized we could get to it, and it'll be a good way to wrap around, right? If you're in the middle, you know you're in the middle in the end game, you want to just reposition yourself if you can. I am at this point. I'm panicking. Ring's coming, but then I'm kind of all right. We got this. We'll get back in. Another teammate's like, "What the fuck are they doing? This is not a smart rotation." But we're back in. We're back moving in the right direction. Zone's moving. This is perfect. This is a good rotation. And even though we circled and navigated the same area that we were just in, that gave them opportunity to rotate thinking that we left and lets us get behind them. Okay. So now we're back in a position. We see the care package to the right. Start taking shots from the right side. So now we know we got someone on our right and someone on our left. People on our left are now shooting. So I decide best thing to do is to get in a position where no one can see me. I can get a beat on a little bit of everyone's position. We have a crypto, so I know that from that.
Hold on, I need to heal.
So they're taking shots at each other, and that's fine. So this is where the smart moves are coming into play a little bit, right? It's a random shot almost hit us. They're full on fighting now, but no one's going down. But I know from the mirage I seen going that way, and the Loba's no longer on that roof, that they're moving closer to each other. So I'm Watson. I want to get inside of a building. That's my strength.
1 minute. Rings close by.
So I want to get in that building, but they wanted to go left, which is fine too because there's a building up there. So you can miss a couple shots, but you have to adjust, right? So once you start adjusting to your bullet drop, make the adjustment. And that's something that you'll get really good at over time. I want to make sure no one's coming this way, so I'm listening out. And I put that down just as a precursor. If someone needs to shoot it out or go around it, I'll kind of hear their steps. I'm giving them a little extra obstacles to go through to get to me, if there's someone wrapping around the back. Alright, Crypto is doing his thing. Taking more shots I should have hit. And if you're in communication with your friends, you gotta let them know that's a Mirage blue shield, red shield, excuse me. I go back to heal up. Still in a little bit in the way, so slide a little bit to stay in cover. Alright, and now we're in the end game, right? We're still in the circle. We're at the very edge of the circle. We're in the end game. Lifeline needs to get a better internet.
Inside the ring. We're safe.
I know they're fighting. I want to move up in the ring. And again, I'm Watson. Never mind this horrible jump. But I'm Watson. I want to get inside. Okay. So I'm taking a peek out. Now, even if the door is open or the window's open, you want to put it down because it makes them harder to see you. I'm confident no one's gonna come behind, so I don't no need to do that door. And look at that. I didn't even see her. The first time when I played the game, I didn't see this person sitting right there. So now we're all got our positions. This is not ranked. This is kind of a ranked situation, but it is what it is, right? People are playing for the win, and that's all good. So I'm checking windows. I know they're in this building, and I want to check those windows just to make sure that I can't get a shot off. And then there you go, boom, right there. Crypto. Light him up, and I see in the window. Headshot. Put my cursor in that pane, and just let it go. I did back off because I did not want to get knocked. Because what happens when you get knocked, they feel like that's the call to rush. Don't want to get rushed. I want everyone to stay where they are. We can draw this fight out. That's fine.
A few more meters and 30 seconds to go. Attacking us.
Pick up those extra bats. Those shield cells, excuse me. And it's time to move, right? We got 16 seconds left. We got to make a play to move. I hear the door open and close. This is a smart rotation. Lifeline definitely let that, and that was a really smart rotation. Loba, that is how you get killed. So that is not a good idea what she did. I'm getting hit from up top. I threw a shot down.
Reloading.
Didn't like it, but this is in zone. Another Lifeline was really smart with her rotations as well. So you look at the circle. We're in 2 doors. I like 2 doors. There's a big window, but I'm not worried about that. All right, so we have advantage now, right? She wants to come. She wants to see like with one person being down. She wanted to come up, but she can't walk in. I put that down, so now you can't nade. And look at that final circle. We're in a really good position now in that room. They're trying to throw nades in. Can't touch us. Now Loba's out there wilding out. And there's nothing I can do about it, right? I mean, I'm not going out there and getting myself killed, which is in essence what happened. What would happen? Now Lifeline, Super G move. She went to go get him up. I want another layer of shields up.
Defense is complete.
And we're just waiting, right? They're Wraith portaling out, so basically what they did was they Wraith portaled to our roof. Lifeline with the clutch, the very, very, very clutch save on a super aggressive player. So they're on a roof fighting the other team, and there's nothing they can do to us. We're protected. We can heal up, mind our business. Now the ring is going to close, obviously. In a couple seconds, they're still fighting. No one's knocking anyone. It's just a really drawn out battle. So now the other team has to move. One person down. And we're just waiting. I got my Mastiff out because now it's close. 2 squads left. That's your call. They've been fighting. They've been hurt. And that's when you push. Get no other choice but to go into my room. No other choice. I knew it. Followed them. Ended the game. And that's how you play smart to win a game of Apex Legends. Try it out. Let me know what you think. Let me know if it helps you. If it did help you, hit that like button. If it did not help you, hit that like button. Just joking. Hit that dislike button if you're a hater. And subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss any videos. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.